tonight we'll see the defending champions Norway, who have indeed won the competition 4 times in succession, come up against Hungary, themselves a former winner. That goes back to 2000. Since then, the glory days have escaped them. Hungary, who failed to qualify for the World Championships and therefore also the Olympic Games, now looking to rebuild under a new coach and prepare for the World Championships next year, as it happens back here in Serbia. And there are some of the Norwegian fans. They are always well supported, and it is great entertainment. And it must be fantastic for the team to know that they will always have a core of these travelling fans to urge them on. Real festive atmosphere here in the Combank Arena. It has been a wonderful 2 weeks. We've had a few surprises, but in the end we have got the last 4. There are the Hungarians waiting to come in on the left-hand side, Norway. Haraldsen Lunde just going through her last warm-ups there. Well, of course, the semi-final that everyone is waiting for the host nation at least, is later on today when Serbia take on Montenegro. The neighbours play each other. There are a huge amount of Montenegrins living in Belgrade, and the hope is for Montenegro that they will be well supported. And here is confirmation of the first semi-final. That has to be sorted yet, as Norway prepare to take on Hungary. Norway looking to make it 5 from 5. They haven't looked invincible though, but they do seem to be hitting form just when it counts. Well, earlier today, Denmark beat Russia 32-30 to take 5th place, and later today, there's the one they're all waiting for here, Montenegro against Serbia. The Serbia who've exceeded all expectations to reach the semi-finals against Montenegro, who was silver medalist behind Norway at the London Olympics just a few months ago. But of course, it is a Montenegro in the post-Bojana Popovic era, but they have still shown that they have strength and depth to reach here. But Norway, they have brought a few young players with them, but essentially they still retain 9 of the squad that played at the Olympics. The teams awaited on court any moment now. We've had 2 weeks of games. 16 teams started out, split into 4 groups. Norway came through with Montenegro from the preliminary stages as the only 2 undefeated teams. And Norway nearly managed to maintain that track record right up until the last group game. By then they were guaranteed top spot anyway. They slipped to Scandinavian neighbours Denmark 33-35 in a match where they turned the bench extensively. The defeat meant little to Norway. They said they weren't particularly focused on that. For Denmark, a little more important. It allowed them at least to play off with the 5th place. All part of their development, an extra training match, I guess, for them as they prepare for the World Championships next year. So the European Handball Federation, as ever, is led out to start the introduction proceedings. The referees, we'll see more of them just a few moments, and the flags are brought out, and the teams will very shortly be introduced to the spectators here in the arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups of the teams. A warm welcome to the team of Hungary.
So the Hungarians will be first out. There is Zita Szuchanski with a lot of strapping on her leg. And Niko Kovacic. There's for Giorgetto. Linda Vinceo, who was in the team, one of the players who then got replaced and then came back in again because of injuries in the squad. Soroshoya Her, the goalkeeper, and Anita Golubic just came out, the captain. Well, these 2 teams met each other the last time at Euro 2010, as it happens, in the preliminary round 2 years ago. competition played jointly or hosted jointly by Norway and Denmark. They were in the group in Lillehammer, and Norway won very comfortably, 34-13. In fact, they won the last 3 encounters, Norway. They met at the World Championships in 2009 in China, again in the preliminary rounds. Norway winning 25-19 there. And at Euro 2008 in Macedonia, Norway another big win, 34-20. But the Hungarians, who are rebuilding their team rather, under a new, as it happens, Norwegian coach, Karl-Erik Bøhn, former Norwegian international who until 2 years ago coached Larvik, the Norwegian champions. He knows his opponents inside out. Most of them played under him at Larvik. So that was Hungary. Big cheer from the Norwegian fans. Their team about to be introduced. So here come the Norwegians. Just coming out, 14 goals so far. Heidi Løkke, 22 goals so far in the competition. That was Gleivang. Lunde Borensen, who's playing with her sister as ever in the team. Her sister Katrina Lunde Haraldsen, the goalkeeper. There is Edin, hugely impressive in this competition, the playmaker. Even bigger cheer for the captain, Frafjord. 27-year-old line player, actually plays in Denmark, as many of them do. Here's their top scorer, second top scorer in the competition with 35 goals. Egelhud Koren, 22 goals, she's been very successful. The newcomers in the team now, and they've got a few. Maja Jakobsen, just 3 caps before she arrived in Serbia. And finally, Camilla Herrem, and we have a full house. Teams are all out. Coach for the Norwegian team is actually Icelandic, Thorir Hergersson. Incredibly successful. He was the assistant to Marit Breivik, who took Norway to new heights. They're the referees for today's match. From France, Charlotte and Julie Bonaventura. I won't even try and differentiate the twin sisters. They refereed the women's Olympic final in London just a few months ago. So Hungary looking to overturn a losing trend against the Norwegian team. Just mentioning the 2 of the Norwegian teams. The goalkeeper Lunde Haraldsen and line player Heidi Løkke, World Player of the Year in 2011. Both played their club handball for Győrieto in Hungary. So they too know their opponents very well. In fact, both played under Karl-Erik Bøhn, who coaches the Hungarian team, although he gave up the club position last year to focus entirely on the Hungarian national team. And the Norwegian team, whose assistant coach is a former great player, Mia Hermansson Hørdal, and we'll see her doubtless during the match. And now the national anthems, starting with Norway. Huge cheer from the fans. Now the anthem of Hungary. So here in the Combank Arena in Belgrade, Serbia, the first of the Euro 2012 semi-finals about to get underway between the defending champions Norway and Hungary. Norway, 4 times back-to-back winners of this title. Can the Hungarians, who won it in 2000, break the stranglehold that the Norwegians have had, not only on this competition, they're also world and Olympic champions. Well, here is the lineup for Norway. The goalkeeper Lunde Haraldsen top in the competition with a 42% save rate, while right back Suland is the second top scorer in the competition. She should start along Alstad in the centre and probably Lunde Bornsen at left back, with Herem and Rigelhut on the wings, and Heidi Lurke could start on the line. There is Suland, 28 years of age, plays for Larvik and is their top scorer with a 60% success rate on her shooting, while Haraldsen has made a 42% save rate, 5 penalties saved from 10 attempts. For Hungary, of course, so much will depend on their captain, the playmaker, Anita Grbić, 29 goals. She will be playing with Redei, Schors and Tomori at the back, and probably Borden and Verten on the left wing, and Zamoransky on the line. There is Grbić then, a 58% success rate with her shooting so far. Tomori, 59%. 26 goals scored so far for Tomori, the 25-year-old who plays for FTC Budapest. And so the teams take to the court for the first of the semi-finals, ahead of the big one for the local fans here, Serbia, Montenegro in the next one. Thorir Hergensson, the Icelandic coach of the Norwegian team, hoping he's prepared them well enough. Here we go then, and Hungary in the all-white strip. Throw off the first semi-final of Euro 2012, playing from left to right. Norway in the all-red strip. Start with a 6-0 defence, but there's good depth on it, and they're already pushing up on the far side. Interesting choice for Hungary, who have put in Zita Zushansky in at the left-back position. Her first shot goes well wide, nothing given. Zushansky, normally an alternate for Grbić in the centre. Back come Norway. Have a quick check and see if they are, but they're going to start with an interesting lineup. Alstad is in the centre as expected, Suland at right back, but it's Breivang who starts at left back. The number 8 who scored just 5 from 12, but they get the opening shot. Rigelhut Koren. Into the far post. Grbić, the captain, slips to the left. Oh, lovely feed into the line. Tomori, the provider. Joszka Zamoranski, 26-year-old from FTC Budapest, the scorer. Alstad shifts, now Gaivan's gone wide, puts a bit of space in there, and a good save by the Hungarian keeper, and it's Eva Kiss who started. She's not played as much as the other keeper, Orsolya Her, but has a better save rate. Haraldsen, meanwhile, parries that shot from Gurbic away. Gurbic, who missed the Montenegro match with the virus infection. Glad to have her back. Oh, bit of a deflection off a defender. Alstad scores, but I suspect that Sekeres may have got a touch on that. Kish, the goalkeeper, with a 42% save rate. And Lunde to come across, but Alstad simply couldn't close the gap. Ironically, in that Montenegro match, when they were missing Gurbic, Tomori had a bit of a howler, really. Didn't have a great first half, came on in the second half, got a straight red after arguing with the refs. And they still came within 2 goals of the Montenegrins, who are semi-finalists in the next game today. That goes wide. No luck for Suland. So already 8 goals, or 8 shots at goal rather, in about 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Gurbic tried to muscle through, but Verten and her caught barging into Lunde Bornsen, who drives back down again. She stays in attack for the moment. Quick feed to Rigelhut Kuren. She's inside. It won't count. Rigelhut Kuren, who was herself World Player of the Year in 2008. She's played 214 times for her country. Norwegian winger, 807 goals. What a record. World champion, twice European and twice Olympic champions, Rigelhut Kuren. Tomori tries to go through, she's fumbled. Catcher. Second goal for her. And the Norwegian fans jumping up and down. Underneath the leg of Eva Kish, the goalkeeper. Gurbic looking for the line. Fafjord has the ball. It's an unfair defense, say the French referees, and possession stays with Hungary. Trying to force the ball into Zamoranski. Gurbic. It's an interesting combination. That came off the foot of Herem. Accidental play on, say the referees. Gurbic, oh, arm taken from behind. Lunde Bornsen's got to get something for that. Yellow cards out. Could have been worse. Gurbic gets past, and the arm pulled back. Fafjord was trying to close in behind her. The Norwegian defence has been terrific at Euro 2012. That's gone out for a throw into Hungary, came to the side. Lunde, the goalkeeper, knows that. And Gurbic hits the mark. One of her traditional low shots. Hides behind the defender effectively. The goalkeeper likes to see the shooting arm. Gets that nanosecond of an idea where the ball might be going. But Gurbic hides well. 3-3, and we're past the 5-minute mark. Gaivan goes in on the line. Flattens it for Alstad. But she misfires completely. Ball leaves her hand too early. Verten waiting wide. Gurbic blocked as she tries to come through by Alstad, and it's a free throw for Hungary. Saved, point-blank range of Zamoranski. Into the wing, Herem lobs the keeper, beautifully done. Goal for goal here in Belgrade at the moment. Norwegians edge in front. Said Norway, who went through the preliminary stages. They've been based here in Belgrade throughout Norway. They beat Serbia, Czech Republic and the Ukraine, all very close games. In the main round, they beat France and Sweden. In fact, they thrashed France. As the referees go for a calming exercise. They lost their last match to Denmark when it was already certain they would finish top of the group. So change on the right wing for Hungary. Monika Kovacic has come in again, number 83. She goes in on the line. Tomori. Lunde barely moving in goal. Second goal of the game for Tomori. Very good best player in Hungary last year. Attacking foul. Frafjord seems to have a few words with the French referees on the way. As Zita Zushansky, the 25-year-old from FTC Budapest, gets up and dusts herself down after that last clatter. I don't think she can have much complaint about it. Both defenders just standing their ground. 4-4 the scoreline then. Well, Hungary lost their opening match in the preliminary round against Croatia, then beat Germany in Spain, but with the Germans beating Croatia, they went out of the competition, and that took away their defeat. Beautiful. Well, Verten, who's been hot and cold here, is beginning to find form late on in the tournament. Maybe she's timed it just right. In the main round, Hungary beat Montenegro. That was a good win, and Russia, although they did lose to Romania. In the second round, they were in Novi Sad throughout, up in the north of Serbia. Olstad. Perem. Free throw. They'll come back again. Gives a chance for Hungarians to do a quick swap. Sikeres, number 23, the defense specialist, goes in. Raivang tries a low shot and finds the net. She's not had a fantastic tournament from an attacking perspective. In defense, she's been an absolute stalwart. 5 goals in the competition with a 42% success rate, but that was well placed. First shot of the game comes good. It's all square again, coming up to 9 minutes played, looking for the line, couldn't find it. Alstad comes out. Tomori hoping that might be an attacking foul, it's not given. Lunde Bornsen. Rigelhut couldn't control the ball. She took her eye off it just a nanosecond to check the space in front of her and fumbled it. So off goes Lunde Bornsen for Norway, being used in defense only, and Suland resumes on the far side in attack. Raivang. There's this unnerving confidence about the Norwegians when they come into games. That came off a defender. That'll be a throw-in from the corner. Quite a few of their fans have made the trip for the Hungarians. Bit of a trek, but it's drivable in a coach from the border. Oh, mistimed. Eva Kish didn't quite get her eye on the ball. Bounce caught her unawares. Second goal in quick succession for Breivang. Very experienced player, 257 internationals, 426 goals. Tomori, you can't allow it to come in. Frafjord looks to Lunde Bornsen, but neither one of them made any effort to move up. Here she comes, they're all sitting back. The line player had shifted across behind them, and that may have just bought enough time. And the Norwegian coach of the Hungarian team, Karl-Erik Bøhn, in charge of the team now for a year and a quarter only. Happy with that. 6-all, and we're past the 10-minute mark in the game. Sulan to Frafjord, bounces it too hard. That was a lovely feed into her by the right back. Gurbic now playing at right back herself. Tomori is in the centre. Zushansky has moved now to the left-back position. Alstad holding strong in the centre of the Norwegian defence. There is Zushansky, top scorer for them at Euro 2010. Nicely put away, but she's got an injury. And that's not looking good. Hopefully it's a knock on the knee rather than a tear. Let's have a look and see if we can spot it from here. She trailed her foot a little, Zamoransky. And looks in some pain. Nothing too serious though. You'd know if it was a ligament. Karl-Erik Bøhn looks on anxiously. But the good news is that she's up and running. Bøhn, who until 2 years ago, he was back in his native Norway coaching Larvik. Quite a few of his opponents here today in the Norwegian team were under his tutelage there when he was coaching them. Shooting efficiency shows us that for the moment the Hungarians are more successful. Good defending. Zamoransky showing that no ill effects in that last tweak. Long-range shot by Sulan. Sails over the crossbar of Ivakish. 12 minutes in. Good a bit. Oh, the corner was there. She thought that took a touch off a defender. She's got a race back now. The Norway is streaming in. Rigelhut-Kuren. Good save. Well, Kish just made herself big. She charged out. And Rigelhut-Kuren tried to put it on the inside post, but it hit the goalkeeper midriff. 7-6 still the lead for Hungary. Hungary, who warmed up for the Euros with a win at the Turchgin Cup in the Ukraine. Oh, good save by Lunde Haraldsen. Tomori thought she should have got something, and meanwhile the coach has got himself yellow carded. Hirgersson. Let's have a look again. Tomori drives through. Well, he's not really being pushed. Tried to put it over the head of Lunde Haraldsen. She makes her third save, the keeper. Bit of a let-off. Norwegian fans in good voice here, trying to lift them. They still trail by one. We've had a bit of a barren spell for a while now. Free throw again. Two-goal run by the Hungarians has got them on top. Lunde Bornsen in the attack. And a yellow card for Hungary's number 18, Piroshka Zamoransky. Lunde Bornsen. Alstad again, eclipse the bar. They can't quite frame their shots at the moment, the Norwegians. 6 goals from 14 attempts only. Hirgersson at the bottom of the picture there, saying just play on, let the ball run, don't rush at the shots. 14 minutes played. No way for Verten there, she comes out again. That's beautifully played inside the area though by Zamoransky, and out come Norway quickly. Lunde Bornsen. Oh, she's got space, too many steps though. She says no. Problem is, she hasn't got a whistle. That's the way the referees called it. Lunde Bornsen, who's only scored 4 from 19 so far in the competition. Karl-Erik Bøhn there with the assistant coach Beata Shiti. Great player in her time. Looked relieved on that break. The third turnover for the Norwegians. 4 for Hungary as that shot goes wide. We've had a long barren spell now. No scoring. Both teams making unforced errors. Well, Alstad thought she was being called off. She comes off and gets sent straight back on again by Hirgersson. They've just switched her into the left-back position. Lunde Bornsen now in the centre. She goes in on the line, Lunde Bornsen. Alstad is there, but that's the Hungarian defence pushes up with Gurbits at the front. just getting caught out. That's more like it. Alstad. Goal number 2 for her in this square again. 7-all. Gurbit's got to cross slowly. That's the danger if you switch to a 5-1. You do leave gaps. And the Norwegians are quick to move in. Had to get us on happy with that. Well, Gurbit tries to go all the way. Dummied the shot, spun around Lunde Bornsen. She's a magician she is, Gurbit, who plays for Giorieto. 176 caps, 814 goals for the captain. She's a legend. Ah, oh, brilliant. Zita Zushansky, the 25-year-old. They're back in front again. We got an injury and a 2-minute suspension in an altercation between Heidi Löke and Klara Sekaresh, the defense specialist, giving her a bit of a push. And she didn't actually catch her in the face. I think it's a bit theatrical, but there's no doubt that Sekaresh was interfering with the line player. And so power play for Norway, who bring on the outstanding Anja Edin, number 11. Things could happen here. Oh, incredible take, but what a save by Kish. Heidi Löke, who's got a 67% success rate here. She was under incredible pressure. And a change in defense. While they've got the extra player, Gurbitz is going to be individually marked by Anja Edin, the 29-year-old playmaker. He joined Larvik. Oh, beautiful play. Looked like she was going over the top and then dropped it back under the keeper, Gurbitz. Verten came out, Gurbitz switched with her and went deep. And Edin, who was supposed to be individually marking her, hung off her a little bit. There's always a danger, you think, when they go in the wing, they're just going to wait and stay out of the way, but Gurbitz never stays out of the action. Rigelhut-Koren needed the height. Kish is not short at 189, but she lobs her. And it's 8-9, the deficit. Third goal for Rigelhut. Second top scorer for the Norwegian team at the Olympics. 31 goals, Rigelhut-Koren, and they've given possession away while they're still short-handed. That's unfortunate for Hungary. Olstad. Oh, big angle. Herem will get it from there. And 2 quick goals while they are short-handed, the Hungarians, overlapping the defense. And that is the second goal for Herem. And it's all square at 9-all, just as Hungary get back to full strength, and Samoransky can come back on again. 18 minutes played then. This is all we wanted. Good close game. Tomori, Gurbitz dummies the pass, looking for the line. Couldn't get it away, but it was stolen originally by Lunde Bornsen. And Norway in possession. Edin. She's been very closely watched by Samoransky. You have to. Here she comes again. She's not only a good goal scorer, she's a great provider, Edin. 24 goals for the number 11. So they've given up on the 5-1, even though it wasn't a particularly deep one. Gone back to 6-0, and there is Edin. And they've scored 3 in succession now, Norway. 10-9, they take the lead from 7-9 down. And it's only taken them 2 minutes and 20 seconds to score 3 goals, Norway. Meanwhile, a change of keeper for Hungary. They put in the more experienced Orshoya Her. 118 caps, 32% save rate at the competition. Nearly stolen. Tomori. Gurbitz, oh, nearly went through. It's out of play. It'll be a throw into the goalkeeper. Haraldsen makes her 4th save of the game. Edin again. Oh, good save. Right up in the top corner for Orshoya Her. Plays for the champions Giurietto. Reacted well. Quite a bit shorter than Kish at 176, the keeper. Had to really move early and cover it. And so it stays at 10 goals to 9 to Norway. So 20 minutes played in the first half, and they're not having it their own way, the Norwegians. Tomori tries to force through into the wing, intercepted again. The ball's long, Edin's away. Hammers it into the back of the goal, and a bad spell. Is it a timeout, I wonder, coming for Hungary? They've conceded a 4-0 reverse. Edin, they were never going to catch her. Edin, who was in the World Championship team in 2009 when they won bronze. Coach wanted to drop her into the B squad. He said her defense wasn't strong enough. Free throw. But Edin wouldn't have it. She said, I don't want to go in the B squad. I'll go and work on my defense at the club. And she moved to Larvik, improved herself, and is back in again. Well, no surprise. I thought that might come a bit sooner. Karl-Erik Bøhn has called the team timeout for the Hungarians. The Norwegian coach, who knows his opponents only too well here today. The first non-Hungarian coach of the Hungarian team.
We will go out on 2 minutes, okay? Take it easy, show me in the middle, go close and take her out, okay?
And the problem's really mounting. But it has taken very little time, less than 5 minutes for those 4 goals now to go in, and for Norway to take control of this game. Because they'll be mindful of the last time they met 2 years ago at Euro 2010. It was a big win for Norway on their way to taking their 4th title, 34-13. It has been a long time since Norway got beaten by the Hungarians. For their part, the Norwegians didn't have a fantastic build-up here. They played in the Golden League in October in Denmark. They drew with Russia, lost to Denmark and France, then they hosted the Møbelringer Cup just 2 weeks ago in Bergen. Lost to Denmark, they won against Sweden, then lost to France, but then again they've shown that they're past masters at coming on form just when it counts. Finally, they get themselves going again. Zushansky the scorer, her 2nd goal, but a quick response at the other end. Courtesy of Lin Gosse, who's coming on the wing. One of the new players in the team with just 5 caps and 12 goals before coming to Serbia. Seems to suggest that she was pushed in the process of shooting. Still no change at the back for the Hungarians, who stick with the lineup. Oh, fantastic pass, but a dreadful finish by Zamoransky. They have no alternative to Zamoransky. The other line player in their squad got substituted out. Took a bit of a knock, we suspect, but Melinda Vincere, who'd dropped out of the squad, was called back in to replace her. Sulan into the line. Oh! It's going to be a throw-in from the side. Lurker gets the shot away. Off the foot of Orshoya Her, but it goes out to the side. Still the ball stays with Norway. They lead 12-10, 23 minutes played in the first half. Edin. Oh, backhanded goal. What a cracker. Dummies it there, lands, well, almost 4 steps, but then that little backhander completely caught the keeper by surprise. And the goalkeeper, Her, can't believe it. There was a hint of 4 steps before, though. Gurbitz, Tomori. They're blocking her well now. She can't get those long-range shots in, Tomori. Into the wing. Save by Lunde Haraldsen. 5th save for the Norwegian keeper. So Suland back on again. Frafjord now making way, as ever, being used in defence only for the moment, the Norwegian captain. So the Hungarians try again a 5-1 defence. Didn't work spectacularly well earlier on. Doesn't work well either. Well, if they want to put a 5-1, they've got to make sure they don't allow the movement at the back. Instead, Lunde Borensen just helps herself, and another run of 3 goals. And the ball stolen. Edin's away again. One-handed catch. Oh, she's overdone it. Trying to lob from a long way back with her arm at the beginning of the arc. Tomori gets a shot away. She'll get the free throw anyway. Push on the left back. Sportingly helped back to her feet by Heidi Löke. Good a bit. Oh, lovely play. Penalty. And a 2-minute suspension for Edin for holding on the arm as she came through. There it is again. Oh, that goal was incredible. Backhander. But now she's got herself sent off for this foul. Good bits. Oh, it's off the post, it stays out. And given that they're short-handed, Gosse doesn't even try and pick up the ball. She lets the goalkeeper collect it. Clips the side post and stays out. Well, ironically, the 2 goalkeepers at each end of the pitch right now both play for Giurietto, or Schoraher for Hungary. Katrina Lunde Haraldsen. And of course, Gurbic plays for Giurietto, unable to beat her club teammate in goal on that penalty. Rigelhut Kurren now playing at left back. Not unusual to see Rigelhut Kurren at the back when they're short-handed. Maybe not at the right back. Attempted shot by Lunde Borensen is cut out. Back come the Hungarians. For the moment in the attack stage, Kristina Triskuc, 27-year-old, tries to go through. She's got herself a free throw. The number 5, Russian-born, just got Hungarian citizenship a few weeks ago. But she did pick up an injury before Euro started, and so wasn't named in the original squad, but got substituted in during the main round. She's out again now, being used in defensive duties. Oh, the defense opened up. It was such an easy drive-through for Tomori, but Lunde Haraldsen, and they're boosting her confidence with that kind of failed shot. Edin is happy. It's a 6th save for Lunde. Oh, they'll look back on those chances. They were shooting so much better earlier on, but their shooting average has gone from 67% down to 45% now, Hungary. And Lunde Haraldsen is getting better and better in goal. Inside the area by Löke. Another one of the Norwegians who plays for Giurietto there. Up against her own club goalkeeper. So back at full strength. Suland slips in on the far end of the defence, next to Verten. Keeping an eye on the winger, who's gone very deep, Tomori. At Tomori's confidence being knocked, I wonder. Verten hoped for a little bit more than just a free throw, but Suland happy to get away with that one. Samoransky drops in on the line now. Playing deep at the moment. Verten comes in. All the way through. Penalty and another 2-minute suspension. Frafjord, the captain, walks. Second suspension of the game for Norway. She looks back just to be absolutely certain that the player's all right, I think, more than anything else. Gave her a bit of a push in the air, Zushansky. So Frafjord takes a seat on the bench, the 27-year-old who plays in Denmark for Viborg. receiving a bit of treatment on her shoulder. Barfjord is off. Well, it doesn't look like the penalty has been given. It's going to be a free throw only. And I thought once she'd broken through to shoot, that would be the consequence. Clearly not. At least the good news is that she's up and okay. Tomori, they've got to benefit now, and a poor pass to the line. And Lunde Haraldsson, the goalkeeper, realizes a long pass is not necessary. A 4-goal lead going into the last 2 minutes of the first half. And the defending champions are looking in the driving seat here. Doesn't matter whether they've tried 6-0 or 5-1, the Hungarian defense hasn't been able to hold them. They've only managed to score once now in 12 minutes. And another one goes in. Breivang. She goes across, and the defense is flat, and you can see it, how Zushansky is on the 6-meter line. She should at the very least have stepped out one, and that would have stopped the shot coming in at all. A poor pass again, it's out of play, and just when they've got the extra player, they waste their opportunities, Hungary. And she can't believe it, Zushansky. We're well into the last minute now. Well, the Norwegian fans are cheering away. It's all going their way. Lunde Borensen cuts back in again. Regelhut, fantastic feed in. And Heidi Löke scores a run of 5 goals again without reply, as the line player scores against a club teammate, Herr, in goal. 15 seconds to try and kickstart it again, Verten, and they needed that. Quick feed in by Zushansky, only a few seconds left. They need a quick shot here. Herem tries it, nothing's given, and there goes the buzzer. The teams come off. Well, a commanding performance. It was neck and neck earlier on. They were taking 1 goal off each other. And then at about 17 minutes, it all went terribly wrong. And since then, it has been a 9-2 exchange in that 13-minute spell. And Norway have got a stranglehold on the game again. A 5-goal lead at half-time here in the first semi-final of Euro 2012. It's Norway 16, Hungary 11. Oh, disappointment for the Hungarians, who just cannot find answers in these last 13 minutes. 34% success rate on their attacks only. That's poor. 52% for Norway. And it's not their shooting. They can't even get in to shoot. 10 turnovers for Hungary, though, and Norway have kept it right down to 4. Very economical. 2 suspensions for Norway, 1 for Hungary. But look at the bottom there as the Hungarians just dry up. There are no goals. While the Norwegians are hammering away their 9, they get 2. Well, several players are on 3. Tomori, the best of the Hungarians. But Edin, Breivang and Regelhut Kuren all on 3 for Norway, and they are pacing it nicely. Here are the goals, mostly down the middle. The wings doing really well, a couple of fast breaks. Not so much on the right back position at the moment. That's been fairly steady, but otherwise nicely spread out for the defending champions. For Hungary, well, it is all down the middle. They've missed their one and only penalty. Back shooting's got to be more efficient to suck the defense out, otherwise they'll have no success. So at half-time here in the first semi-final, Norway lead. We'll take a short break. Join us again for the second half. We'll see you then. So welcome back to the Combank Arena in Belgrade. Half-time in the first semi-final at the Women's European Handball Championships, and the defending champions have put in a blistering last 13 minutes in the first half. Shifted the score from a 9-7 lead for Hungary to a 16-11 lead for them, a 9-2 turnaround in 30 minutes. 13 minutes that could prove crucial for the Hungarians. Their fans are trying to lift them, but at the moment it's the Norwegian fans who are singing. Sekaresh, the defence specialist, who has worked hard in the first half, got a suspension out of it, but still hasn't quite been able to hold it all together. 9-2 exchange, that's quite something, and it just shows Norway when they turn it on. And there is Lunde Haraldsen, 6 saves, a 35% save rate for the Norwegian keeper. Unfortunately, at the other end, Hare has only made 1 save, and Kish 2. Here we go then. The second half gets underway. Norway throw off with a 5-goal lead. Start with Edin in the centre. Lunde Borensen. Been expensive with her shooting, Lunde Borensen, coming into the semi-final with 4 goals at a 21% success rate. But she can still find the line, and she is a proven goal scorer. 466 goals in 161 appearances tell you so. That's taken from the wrong place. They'll have to come back. It was worth a shot. Quickly taken by Kristina Kriszczuk, and Karl-Erik Bøhn, the Hungarian trainer, should I say the Norwegian trainer of the Hungarian team, trying to look calm on the bench there next to Beata Schiti, the assistant coach. What has he managed to say to his team to try and lift the tempo here in the second half? No way through for Zushansky. She's got a free throw though. Hungarian keepers on just a 16% save rate, 3 saves from 19 between the two of them. But at the other end, Lunde Borensen has been on blistering form, and another save for her. Back come the Norwegians. Herem could have had a try, decides not to. Suland. It goes in. Would have been a penalty anyway, defending inside the area. And the Hungarian-based Norwegian line player, Heidi Luk, gets her second of the game. And the lead just growing here, and there's a real danger with Hungary that they're just going to completely lose their footing in this match unless they can really find something now. Gurbic, well, that's special. It's a start. Third goal for Gurbic, although she's been expensive with the shooting, 2 from 7 in the first half. Finally at the other end, Morshora Hare pulls off a save. Needs that for her confidence as much as anything else. Only 1 save in the first half. They're getting in too close now. There's no momentum to the attack anymore. Verten gets the ball. Well, the defense slow to react from the Norwegian side. It was a poor pass into Verten with that push happening, but because the defender went down and Tomori was standing in the way, Verten able to take a little bit of advantage from the situation. Third goal for the Hungarian winger. Still they are 4 down, 3 minutes gone in the second half. This time, Edin puts it wide. That's an athletic player. Tomori. Oh, it's a 2-minute suspension. There was a very high arm going in there on Tomori. Lunde Borensen is the player who walks. The captain looks on as the experienced back player, Lisa Christiansson, heads off. Gurbic. Well, she's trying. She's got it all together now, and 3 goals in succession. See the Hungarians close the gap a little bit more again. Her 4th goal. Gurbic scoring against her club teammate Lunde Haraldsen in goal. Looking to go behind. The door's closed. Free throw. Zushansky just did enough not to concede a penalty. Quick block, then let her go. Raivang now in the attack for Norway, having replaced Lunde Borensen. Sulan found the gap, it's well blocked, there's a race for the ball. It's won by Löke. Oh, very theatrical push, and I think that's probably what Triskuc has got to say to her as well. And I think the French referee makes it very clear. I know you pushed, I gave you the free throw, but you didn't have to throw yourself 3 meters along the ground for it. But she's up against so many of her teammates. Raivang, that's blocked again. But it's unwittingly so, and it's gone straight in the face of Triskuc. Absolutely decked the player. Well, in fact, it's not the ball. It's the hand of Sekeres. Both of them went up to parry the ball as Sekeres knocked it away. She actually managed to slap her own teammate in the face. And the Russian-born Triskuc, who's been living in Hungary since 2004, seems none the worse for it. She's up. Raivang, who let the ball rip. There is Mia Hermansson Hördal, World Player of the Year 1994. And another shot parried away, and 3 consecutive defensive blocks by Hungary. They're finding something here, the Hungarians. They've got to dig deep. And suddenly the Hungarian fans are coming alive again. They've got to really work on this. A little push in the back, not given. Raivang comes down, Sulan's free on the wing. She finally gets it and lobs the keeper. Hare flaps away the ball but doesn't get to it, and it stops a run of 3 goals by Hungary. That's the Norwegian top scorer. First goal of the game for Sulan from 6 attempts. Into the wing. Oh, saved again by Lunde Bonson, who's absolutely pumped up. The 32-year-old who's played 210 times for her country. Brilliant save. Her 8th with a 36% save rate. 6 minutes played in the second half. Rigelhut Koren now goes in on the line. Edin's looking for her, can't quite get there. And in the end seems to take a little slap in the face from Hungary's Zushansky. Doesn't react to it at all though. Just goes straight back. Lunde Bonson nearly got it, but Löke tidies things up at the back. Sulan straight to the wing. Erem again cuts out and goes to the other wing, and we've got a 2-minute suspension for Hungary. Kovacic is off. Second suspension of the game for the Hungarians. Well, they seem to have the upper hand for a bit here early on in the second half, Hungary, but Sulan's goal followed by a great save from Lunde, and now a power play. Will that switch it back again? Sulan tries it again, but Herem fumbles the ball. And a bit of a let-off. So, quick switch over. Görbitz not being used in attack at the moment. Comes in immediately at the bottom of the picture. They're being picked up by Edin. She's disappearing off into the wing to stay out of the way, while the winger goes to the left-back position. Verten thought she put the pass through. She hadn't, in fact. Looking for the line. Good defence by Norway. Free throw for Hungary. Well, Karl-Erik Bøhn has made no changes across the back for his lineup. Görbitz, Zushansky and Tomori have had all of the attacking time, and it makes you wonder if he shouldn't be thinking about maybe trying to turn things around. Bulat has maybe been too expensive, but even gamble. Try Klivini for a bit. The left back, she is a novice, but she scored 8 goals, 44% success rate. It might just unlock something. With Görbitz back in the middle again, looking for the line behind her back, but Zamoransky couldn't hold it, and Norway come away with it. Edin. Whistle's already gone, they'll have to come back for the free throw. Herem. Well, Oshoira Her, the goalkeeper, moved out and just offered the inside post to Herem. Well, I beg your pardon. I keep on confusing her. Gosse, the scorer. Gosse, who's scored 10 at Euro 2012, a newcomer to the team with just 5 internationals before Euro 2012. She has been hugely impressive. Coming in for the retired Kari Mette Johannesson. And still no way through. This time she's free. Not given. It's going to be a free throw. Well, Samoransky will feel aggrieved that she didn't get something for it. She was being put under a lot of pressure. Let's have a look again. She gets the ball. You could argue the defender's inside. Little push and then let's go. Meanwhile, though, Norway couldn't hold the ball and they've given possession away cheaply. Tomori, who's been quiet now for some time. Scored in the opening 12 minutes, hasn't scored since, Tomori. She now tries going over to the right-back position. And they haven't even tried the only left-handed right-back that they have got, Rede Shos. And there's Karl-Erik Bøhn being too conservative. You may have to start thinking outside the box as the second half moves on, unless they can close this gap. One of the defenders took the sting out of that one for Gurbic. Edin does well to control the ball and hammers it away. 3 goals without reply. Brings up to 20 for Norway. Lovely break, look at that. Fumbles it, somehow regains control as Zushansky closes on her. 4th goal. Seven minutes without scoring now. As we pass the 10-minute mark in the second half, the Hungarians have got to get going again. Now they have kept Triszczuk in attack. The number 5, 27 years of age, hasn't formally played for Hungary. Here she comes. She's only just been naturalized Hungarian, and the ball's given away. Rigelhut Koren, and again, who's at the front? Edin, unstoppable. 5th goal for her, and acknowledges that long pass there by Rigelhut Koren. And Oshoira Her can do nothing. The bench are on their feet, and still the combined Hungarian keepers have only managed 4 saves from 25 shots. Lunde Haraldsson has managed 9 from 23. Make that 10. Penalty's been given on this one, though, to the disgust of Linn Gosse, 26-year-old. Tomori doing a substitution, but Gurbic will take the penalty. And scores, and that breaks a run of 7 minutes with no goals for Hungary. So Gurbic scores against the club teammate Lunde Haraldsson. Meanwhile, for Norway, one of their newcomers, Ida Bjorndalen, number 14, is coming at right back. Top scorer in the Danish league, where she plays for Bayern. Free throw. And another blow in the face for Triszczuk. Let's have a quick look and see. Well, it seems to be an off-the-ball incident with Edin. She's looking around to see well, there was a little coming together between the two players about 3 or 4 minutes ago. And I think Edin felt that she was knocked by Triszczuk. Good a hard shot by Bjorndal, and it goes wide though. She's not had a great Euro. 2 goals from 10 attempts only. Been used sparingly as a consequence. So maybe at least Hera Garçon though showing he's willing to turn the bench at the moment. There's little of that going on for Hungary. They are trying it now though. Aniko Kovacic comes into the centre for Grbic, number 8. Also plays for Giorgetto. Tomori, too many steps, couldn't release the ball to anyone. Edin, Lunde Bonsen, carrying the ball almost. Herem, is it Gosse? Finally a save for Her in goal. Free throw for Hungary. And Kinga Klivini is on. I'm glad to see her on. She is a young player, just 20 years of age, arrived in Serbia with just 3 internationals to her name and 7 goals, but she has been very impressive. Here she comes. And that's the kind of shot she's got. That's so hard, it'll go past the halfway line, and it's picked up comfortably by Her. And back they come again. Klivini, who plays for Vaci. And a fumble. And Rigelhut Kuren, they won't catch her now. Well, the good start by Hungary being wasted here, unfortunately. Rigelhut Kuren scores her 4th from 5 attempts. She's played in 3 World Championships, 2 Euros and 2 Olympics. Huge experience. Free throw. Whistle's already gone. So Karl-Erik Boehn finally shuffling the deck a little bit. Klivini in the centre now. Aniko Kovacic with her 36 caps and 66 goals, the playmaker, goes back in the centre. They need something different here because it's just not working between them. That seemed to come off a defender. I'm not sure that Lunde Haraldsson touched it. She looks at the referee and says, I did. But it's not the way the French referees see it, and possession stays with Hungary. Oh, save. But we've got a free throw for Hungary and a 2-minute suspension. Kovacic's fouled on the way through, and Frafjord gets a second 2-minute suspension of the game, the captain. A wry smile from her, she goes off. Frafjord, who had all kinds of injury woes on the way here. It's not going to be a penalty. Free throw only, say the referees. They smile. I didn't see much of a smile though on Aniko Kovacic's face. Here she comes again, Klivini. Oh, second cross-court pass goes wild. Klivini goes off, cursing away as Sekaresh and Triskuc go back in defence. Lunde Bonsen also makes way for Breivang to return into the attack. And while they're short-handed, Lurker will play out, but she'll drive in a minute. Here she goes. Waiting for the ball to come back again. Rigelhut Kuren coming wide. Passive play is going to come up soon unless they can push it through. Edin does finally. Gets a free throw, and that lets the clock run down on that suspension. Breivang tries to find Lurker. And a 2-minute suspension now for Hungary. The foul on Lurker by Triskuc. Well, that Lurker needing treatment after this, there it is. Seems to take a little bit of a blow towards the face. Well, it is a tough old job being a line player. There is Triskuc, who's been sent off. Both teams now short-handed, and we're just past the midway point in the second half. With Norway looking in control, it's probably, as most would have guessed, might be the result. You hope that Hungary would battle in there. They could still do it. We've seen some pretty wild turnarounds in the game, but the problem is that Norway are just on a high at the moment, and you don't see how they can be turned. They are one of the few teams that haven't seen these wild, erratic 6 goals one way and then 6 goals without reply the other. Into the line, off the post, and a let-off for Hungary. Sekaresh makes way for Grbic, who's going to return into the frame. And it looks like the Clivigny experiment has ended abruptly. It may just be also because of the 2-minute suspension and needing more experienced players on while they are short-handed. Verten, free throw. They've got to keep the pressure on now, Hungary. They're on parity, 5 against 5 court players. They haven't really got the luxury of time with just under 14 minutes remaining in this game. At stake, a place in the final of Euro 2012. Görbitz. Attacking foul, say the referees. The Norwegians take it quickly. But in the end, Lunde Bornsen decides to slow the pace down. They will be back at full strength in a few seconds, and then they've got a power play. Edin! So much power. She just jumped into the gap. She was right over the top of the defenders. They were never going to stop her once she came through. Herr picked the right side, but the shot went in too quick. 6th goal. 13 minutes remaining. It's a power play for the Norwegians, but well, that's one back. A little bit of a lucky break for Verten. After again not scoring for 6 minutes, although it has been slow scoring in that time for Norway, mercifully for the Hungarians. But they are still 7 adrift. That was the 4th goal for Verten. Hungary back to full strength. I would have said a little early. The clock on the screen is not the clock that's been used by the table necessarily, so maybe in the odd 2-second delay. Edin dummies. Tries again, straight into the wing. Rigelhut Koren, inside post. And Lunde Haraldsen at the other end celebrates as well. Her 5th goal. And I'm afraid this semi-final is drifting further and further away from the Hungarians. 80% success rate for the Norwegian winger. They're back at full strength again now, Hungary, and they've really got to find something special. Not that kind of passing, though. Görbitz puts the ball right underneath her teammate Kovacic, almost at deck level. Well, bearing in mind there is no rest day, you go straight into the final and bronze medal playoffs tomorrow. The Norwegians, as this game runs on, if they maintain this lead, will probably start to think about turning the bench even more. They can do nothing wrong, and the Hungarian defence, I'm afraid, has gone to sleep here. Alstad. Third for Alstad, and they're edging towards a 10-goal lead. And it's been a 13-minute spell again, just as in at the end of the first half, when Hungary have managed just 2 goals, one of them a penalty. Meanwhile, 8 goals have gone in their way from Norway, and it's the kind of killer spell you get from the Norwegians. And they arrived here having had a fairly average preparation, lost most of their preparation games, but showing that it's not what you do before, it's what you do on the day that counts. Timed it to perfection again, Thorir Hergersson and his team. Saved by Orsora Herr, the 28-year-old keeper of Alstad. Only a 4th save of the game. Rather dismissively at the other end, Lunde Haraldsen holds that one and sends away Herem. And a 10-goal lead is up. The Hungarians can find absolutely no answer against the Norwegian defence, and when they do eventually manage to break through, Lunde Haraldsen at the back is just tormenting them. 10 saves so far, 10 minutes remaining. So Hungary try it all now. Anita Bulat has come on. 6 goals from 21 attempts only for the 29-year-old who plays in Croatia for Podravka. Inside the area by Samoransky. And Kovacic looks on from the bench. I think realizing that the dream is slipping away. They're showboating now. Breivang lobs it in the air. Rigelhut Kuren puts it away. Beautifully done. Shot before she landed. And Lunde Haraldsson swings away in celebration. They've got to find a way through. And again, save, but unwittingly so, straight in the face. Verten looks on anxiously. It was a lucky break for Verten, but she rushed her shot and straight in the face of Lunde Haraldsson. May have caught her just on the chin, but jarred her badly. See it maybe from this angle here. Yes, I suspect it's just below neck. She seems to be okay. And there is Löke on the bench. Norwegian player who, together with Haraldsson, who's down, both play for Giurietto. And they won't want to lose her, not with those statistics. The 11 saves, but I think precautionarily they're going to take her off. And it means that Silja Solberg, who's playing at her first major competition, is going to come on, and she will need a bit of treatment. Probably she's got a nosebleed. They've got to stop that first anyway. So Solberg has taken over, the 22-year-old who plays for Stabæk, one of 3 players in the Norwegian side who won the Under-20 World Championships a couple of years ago. Her, Øftedal and Jakobsen. Great moment for her. Suland looking for the line. Well defended this time by Bulat. Piszczuk is staying on for the moment. She'll come off. Trying to take it quickly. So Tomori at left back, in the center now. They've got Zushansky. And at right back, they're trying Bulat. It is interesting, she is a relative newcomer to the team, the left-handed right back in the Hungarian team, Redei Schuss. But she hasn't been used at all in this game by Karl-Erik Bøhn. Bulat is a right-handed left back normally. And they've given possession away. Long pass into Herem, it reaches her. And the goalkeeper again can do nothing. Herem's 4th goal. And Rigelhut Kuren with that sky pass. And they've absolutely dried up the Hungarians. They cannot find a way through. 5 minutes since their last goal, and they've conceded 5 goals in the process, and another save, this time by Solberg, who's taken over. Continues the misery for the Hungarian team. Some holding on Breivang means a free throw for Norway. And I'm afraid that this match is only going one way now. Suland comes on. Trying to go through, defending inside the area. And the foul on Fafjord gives a penalty.
7 minutes for Norway.
And Rigelhut Kuren is going to take it. Oh, off the post, goes out to the side for a throw-in. You can smile about it. Well, when you're leading by 12, it doesn't make too much of a difference, really, does it? Of course, coming up next is going to be the semi-final that the locals are all looking out for, and there is a huge Montenegrin population in Belgrade. Ball still with them. Bulat. Funny, she gets scoring. Brings to an end a 7-minute spell with no goals. Her first goal of the game. Managed to turn her body around. Trying to come around. Braivan goes in on the line. Sulan now playing in the centre. All the way through off the post. That's a penalty. And it's blocked. And Olstad's got the penalty. And it's all going wrong, I'm afraid, for the Hungarians. In comes Sulan to take it after the last miss by Rigelhut-Kuren. Saved. Well, 2 missed penalties.
Save number 12, Oshoya Fier.
Goes wide. We're well inside the last 5 minutes of this first semi-final. Looking for the line. Penalty, defending inside the area. She's not found a lot of space, Samoransky. She's really had to fight for it. 26-year-old who plays for FTC in Budapest. Clock's been stopped as back on comes Gurbitz. Put away by Gurbitz. First time since the opening exchanges that the Hungarians have actually managed to string 2 back-to-back goals here against the Norwegians. Close the deficit back to 10 goals, but I'm afraid it's well beyond them. Solberg, they're getting some good experience in goal for the Norwegians. Just 12 internationals to her name. 22 years of age. Braivan and Norway have now brought on Maja Jakobsen, number 20. Been used very sparingly. She goes deep in the wing for the moment. Rigelhut-Kuren, the only official right winger in the team. So Maja Jakobsen, who's actually a back player, being used as a spare winger. And another goal, courtesy of the captain, Fafjord. A nice feed into her by Sulan. Free throw. Clock still ticking away. 3 minutes remaining in the first semi-final. So we have our first finalists of Euro 2012. It's going to be Norway. The Hungarians will know they've been in a match here, dominated in all sectors, goalkeeping, defense and attack. They've just not found solutions for a defense that's been very, very mobile. Closed them down all the time. They simply haven't had enough long-range shooting to trouble the defence and pull them out any further. And it means that the Norwegians have been happy to sit back and wait for them. Samoransky's found no space on the line. And although they've tried to spread it wide, they simply haven't done it enough to trouble a Norwegian side who are on terrific form. For once, Herr just got a hand to that shot by Olstad, deflects it onto the post, it stays out. 5th save for her, and a rather wary shot at the other end, I'm afraid, but the quick fast break comes straight back again. Herem. It's almost as if they have no other option to just take the shot. And the problem is, you do that against the Norwegians and the samba music for them. Cleverly done, drops the ball underneath the keeper. Her 5th goal. But every time you make a mistake, they're hitting them on the break. No fast breaks for the Hungarians, I'm afraid, but 8 of the Norwegian goals have come from fast breaks. Bulat again. I'm afraid, though, it is too little, too late. And Norway have been utterly dominant in this game. It has been a one-sided encounter since 13 minutes into the first half. It's a save for Herr. And we're into the last minute. And Hergersson can sit down and relax. It's all done. It was actually done in 13 minutes in the first half when Norway scored a 9-2 exchange. After Hungary came back early in the second half, they then conceded an 11-2 exchange in 20 minutes. And the semi-final was decided with plenty of time to spare. That's come off a defender. Throw in from the corner for Norway. And the Hungarians will have to dust themselves down after this drubbing and try and refocus on the bronze medal playoff tomorrow. Good block, well defended this time, and the seconds are ticking away. Passive play being called against the Norwegians. Alstad tries, looks for the line. Oh, it's defending inside before she turned. It's a free throw. The Norwegians have possessions. Seconds to go. Sulan. And another free throw. Clock's been stopped with 2 seconds. And the Norwegians will just run it down now. It's all done. Norway in the final again. Who can stop them? Long range shot parried away, but the celebrations can start. Norway have done it, and they've done it with effort to spare. The Hungarians outclassed in attack. They couldn't find any solutions in their own attack. And the Norwegian coach of the Hungarian team, Karl-Erik Bern, could have been a little bit more adventurous. But in fairness, Norway just had so much more strength and depth on the bench, even with the newcomers. And they've won the match effortlessly. A superb display. Lunde Haraldsen, 12 saves in goal. 8 fast breaks. Every time they missed out, the Hungarians, on an attack, they got punished on the break. And they never managed a fast break themselves. They just about managed to hold their own with them, goal for about 13, 14 minutes in the game. And then the Norwegian machine was up and running. It was a steamroller. The Hungarians didn't know what hit them. Gerbic tried a couple of early goals in the second half. They got back to within 3, but after that 11-2 exchange absolutely crushed them. 2 goals in 20 minutes. A Hungarian team who are not exactly bereft of top goal scorers, and the stats will make ugly reading for them. But Norway have won comfortably the first semi-final of Euro 2012, 30-19 against Hungary. Well, the commanding performance, and here are the stats. Well, Norway, 50% of their attacks successful, but for Hungary only 32%. 23 turnovers Hungary suffered, phenomenal. Only 7 for the Norwegians. 2-minute suspensions, irrelevant in all of that, but 8 fast breaks for the Norwegians, not a single one for the Hungarians. And look at the bottom there, a big empty patch in the middle with 2 solitary goals. That 11-2 exchange, the final death throes of the Hungarian team. Gerbic held their own with 6 goals ahead of Verton for Hungary, but Edin with 6. Vigelhut, Koren and Herren with 5 apiece, but it was a team effort for Norway in defence and excellent goalkeeping. Driving through, 8 fast breaks, the wings are active, the left side was active, the right back maybe less so, but doesn't matter when you're scoring so freely. For Hungary, well, the right-hand side was a bit weak, no fast breaks, it was all down the middle, a little bit on the left, and 2 penalties as well, although they did miss one of them. So that's it then, we've got a finalist, it's Norway, but will they be up against Serbia or Montenegro? That's coming up next, and the crowds will pack in for that. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching, and until next time, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.